Nelson and I were matched, for lack of a better word. He was going to Chicago to attend a founder's banquet. My friends knew that I'm from Chicago and actually knew that I was going to Chicago that same weekend. So they asked if I would pick him up and take him to his hotel, which I agreed to do. Then they came back and said to me, if he asks you to go to the banquet with him, will you go? So I did pick him up from the airport. He did ask me to go to the banquet. We had a good time together in Chicago that evening, and we came back, and that's where it all began. And he's from Raleigh, North Carolina. At the age of 11, his father decided to come up and open a funeral home. Someone shared with them about this piece of property that was available on the south side of Alexandria. It turns out to be the Sportsman's Club where George Washington used to go and watch horse racing. They purchased that piece of land and created a funeral home. In April, that funeral home will be 70 years old. It is the only thing he ever did professionally except for his stint in the U.S. Army. There are people who often thought that he could be a little tough and gruff, but that's totally opposite of who Nelson was. He's a great big teddy bear. When we met and decided that we really liked one another, I knew that the only way to really get to know him was to hang out at funerals because that's where he was all the time. So I'd go and sit at funerals and we'd talk, and that's how we dated for a while. Nelson did the JCs, he did the school board, he was very active in his fraternity, he was active in his church. Whatever he committed to, he was truly committed and moved forward with that with a vengeance. I know that it's had to have helped many, many, many people, known and unknown, in Alexandria, and that's the way he would have wanted it. We always talked about to whom much is given, much is expected, and he truly lived that legacy. He enjoyed eating, he enjoyed traveling. We didn't get to do as much of it until these later years, and we were looking forward to doing a whole lot more, and unfortunately that didn't happen. But he loved jazz and music, he enjoyed reading. That's what he did. He would be thrilled about being named a living legend. While he was not out for the glory in anything that he did, I think he'd be extremely honored to know that the city felt about him the way that he felt about the city. He would be absolutely thrilled, and I know he'd be beaming tonight if he were here to receive this award personally. So on behalf of him, I thank Living Legends.